Am I the a-hole for going back on an agreement I had with my cousin about altering a dress for her because she didn't tell me it was her wedding dress? All names are changed. I'm in the UK. I, 31 female, am not a professional seamstress. Sewing, knitting, crochet, and embroidery is my hobby. I make a little money from fixing and altering clothes. My Nana, 85 female, taught me she was the fixer of the family before I took over. Nanny has arthritis and poor eyesight, so she can't sew anymore. Last week, my cousin, 25 female, Louise, asked me to alter a dress for her. Louise had been engaged for about 6 months, but the wedding date hasn't been set yet. So it never occurred to me that it would be a wedding dress. I've altered clothes for her before. She's a traditional hourglass shape. Clothes don't always fit her off the rack. One thing about Louise is she likes to get the best deal she can. Louise and her mom, 60 female, my aunt, brought the dress over to my mom's 65 house yesterday for me to have a look at. Louise had already told me that she wanted bra cups / support sewn into the dress, the hem raised, the hidden zipper changed because it was broken, and the waist taken in. I had initially agreed if she brought all of the things to fix the dress, our usual deal for the mini dresses she normally gets me to alter. Louise pulled this dress out of a big blue IKEA bag, started telling me how much of a deal she got and how it was going to make her dream dress. I was in literal shock. My hearing went to static. My eyesight went blurry. I thought I was going to throw up. All I could think of to say was, "That's a wedding dress." Apparently state the obvious when I was in shock. I have never worked on a wedding dress before. My level of fixing is usually stitching seams, replacing zippers, buttons, a little bit of tailoring. I've made clothes from scratch, but never a full-length ball gown. I apologized and said I'm not comfortable altering a wedding dress. Louise started crying, saying that she can't afford to take it to get it altered. She was quoted £400 wherever she bought the dress. I was repeating, "I'm sorry." Louise was repeating, "You promised." We both left in tears. My mom's annoyed because I started a family argument. My aunt, Louise's mom, is annoyed that I won't just fix it already. Louise isn't talking to me. Nana thinks it's ridiculous that I draw a line on altering wedding dresses. Some of my friends think I'm an ass for saying I'll do it and then going back on my word. The only people that are on my side are my husband, dad, and my crafting friends. NTA, for crying out loud, you didn't know it was a wedding dress. Only you know what you are capable of doing. It is your decision as to whether you have the skills to do this. You don't, by your own admission. This is a no-win situation. You are in hot water because you refuse to alter the wedding dress. You'll be in even hotter water when you try to alter it and it's not up to everyone's expectation. Look, she won the dress. You have to pay for it now. Don't you just see that coming? You have to end this. When people bring this up again, and you know they will, just say, "I did not realize it was a wedding dress," or "I would have never agreed to alter it. This is no longer open for discussion." And then don't discuss it. I got asked last year to be a photographer at my friend's wedding. They got pissy when I said no and kept pushing me to do it. I have fun with photography. I take some nice shots. I'm not a wedding photographer. And it's not worth the risk for me to fuck up someone's wedding by missing the shot or making a mistake. I totally get where OP is coming from. NTA. Am I the a-hole for refusing to house my wife's daughter after she refused to house mine? My wife and I have been married for 10 years. Second marriage for both of us. I have a 19 female daughter from my previous marriage, while she has a 26 female daughter from her late husband. We both agreed not to discipline each other's kids and that we wouldn't be a parental figure for neither of them. Last year, my daughter left for college. A senior from her same uni was offering a room cheapish, and she decided to move in, and aside from when she was at class, my daughter was home 100% of the time, and the roommate for some reason was mad at this. She ended making my daughter feel bad and uncomfortable to the point she decided to move out earlier than she had to. She asked me for help since I'm the one who lives closer. My ex and I asked my wife if my daughter could come live with us for a month while we got her another place. She said no because for her, my daughter was running from being an adult, that we shouldn't coddle her, that she was acting like a baby, and that mommy and daddy shouldn't fix everything. We had to move faster and got her another place, but it put a stain on our relationship, and I confessed that I didn't feel that was okay. Now, her daughter got married 2 years ago and recently found out that her husband cheated on her. My wife decided she should come live with us indefinitely and that we would fully support her because she was a stay-at-home mom. I put a stop to this and I said we wouldn't be doing that, or at least I wouldn't. And that the max she could stay here was 2 weeks while she got another place. My wife flipped on me saying that this is not my choice, this is our house. I said that's the same reason it's not her choice either. She was the one who brought my daughter's need and said I was willing to house her and that I was playing favorites. I said I asked for a month, not indefinitely. And that, yeah, I thought it wasn't fair that she was expecting me to drop everything for her daughter while mine was just acting like a baby. She called me an a-hole and said this was totally different, then went to our room and hasn't came out yet. She refused to eat, and I'm wondering if she's right. Auntie A, hope your next marriage turned out better than this one. Auntie A, the hypocrisy of your wife is stunning. Her daughter can live in your house indefinitely, but your daughter cannot stay for 2 weeks. Tell her there is one standard. Adult children will be helped or they won't be helped. There is no my daughter gets help but yours does not. Yeah, I mean, I would have divorced her the first time she refused to house my effing 19-year-old daughter for a single month. Like, that was time to divorce this cruel, mean-spirited person. This newfound hypocrisy is just the cherry on top. Wife seems very selfish and self-centered. The poor daughter was only 19 years old, and her first roommate situation didn't work out. I say home was a good place to go. She wasn't trying to cop out on adulting. She needed respite for a short period of time. Most college students come home during the summer. Why is the wife acting this way? To me, I insist on counseling or call it OP. OP's daughter should come first since she's only 19.